enough kids to go outside. But no amount of bundling can stop the cold completely. That's why there's Malt-O hot cereal, double flavored with wheat and malt to taste great and help keep kids warm on the inside.
I think I need some more Malt-O milk.
Bundle up on the inside with Malt-O hot cereal.
Eat a cupcake. You could win a precious gem during our anniversary sale at Cleopatra Jewelers in the Baxter shops. First come, first served. Hurry, sale ends Sunday.
Having trouble with your homework? Are the answers to your math problems not adding up? Does history keep repeating itself? Well, Channel 4 and Domino's Pizza want to help with Homework Hotline. Monday through Thursday night from 6 to 9, we've staffed area teachers for you to call to help you get through those tough schoolwork problems. So don't be discouraged. Call 727-WORK. Or if you're outside the St. Louis area, call 1-800-727-WORK. Homework Hotline is free and courtesy of your friends at Channel 4 and Domino's Pizza. Julius Hunter and Larry Connors, News 4 St. Louis tonight.
The young and the restless. This portion sponsored by Ritz Crackers. Regular and low salt. When you want a cracker, you want a Ritz.
I want something round and crisp and buttery tasting that tastes so good. Nothing can take it away. It's not just anyone. It's the only one that'll satisfy me. When I want a cracker, I want a Ritz. When you want a cracker, reach for that golden, fresh, buttery taste of Ritz. When you want a cracker, you want a Ritz Nabisco.
These are Del Monte vegetables. These are not. These are the nation's leading seller. These are not. These were the first to go nationwide with a no salt added line. These were not. Because of their consistent quality, these are chosen to carry the Del Monte shield. These are not. Del Monte vegetables. A lot of things the others are not. Does your family deserve anything less? Del Monte. We grow quality.
Hallmark has the things to make Halloween a day of double takes. Scare up some friends with spooky props. T-shirt and tails and Bob Kitty Drop. Cast a Hallmark spell like a churn for the worst, for myths, for masks, for beanies you'll thirst. With things from Hallmark, it's no bother. One Halloween take deserves another. Look where Hallmark products lurk. You'll find things most frightening. This Boo Bazaar can make your Halloween enlightening.
Introducing Quackers, little ducks with a lot of flavor. So now, all the cheddar cheese flavor of a cheddar cheese puff is in a little duck. And all the sour cream and onion flavor of a sour cream and onion chip is also in a little duck. New flavor-coated Quackers in sour cream and onion, crispy original and cheddar. A lot of flavor in a little duck.
Mom, how do planners get his popcorn so light and fluffy?
It's a secret. Not that aroma.
But, Mom, how does Planters get its popcorn so fluffy and light?
Well, dear, they use only the best quality corn. But, of course, that's what you'd expect of Planters.
Dad, did they have Planters popcorn when you were a kid?
No, Jenny, you're the lucky one.
Mom, is it possible for Planters popcorn to be too light and fluffy?
Planters popcorn, so light and fluffy you'll get carried away.
I'm wearing absolutely nothing on my eyes. Nothing but Almay color. Eyeshadows and eyeliners from smoky to bright. Rich mascaras. All hypoallergenic and fragrance-free. Almay. Everything you want and nothing you don't.
Jim, want some milk?
Sure, Mom.
And Hershey syrup?
Kids really go for the rich, chocolatey taste of Hershey's syrup and milk. Just ask them. Hershey's syrup makes good things even better.
When a mother and daughter compete, they're locked in a jealous world of more
anger. Sick. If you think I'm trying to seduce my father, there are many forms of seduction, and they are not all sexual. Have you ever had a man in your life? No, and I'm going to tell you why.
And there's more to come weekdays.
CBSpirit, oh yeah.
Now.
This is a CBS News Special Report. From CBS News headquarters in New York, here is Dan Rather.
Good day again. New details and official confirmation now on the story CBS News White House correspondent Bill Plant broke a short while ago about Nancy Reagan's health. The White House has now officially confirmed and announced that the First Lady will enter Bethesda Naval Hospital later today. That will be for examination of what is now officially called, and I quote, a suspicious lesion. The President's spokesman, Marlin Fitzwater, said this could result in a mastectomy operation for the First Lady. Bill Plant is standing by at the White House now, and Bill, it's my understanding that Mrs. Reagan herself has had something to say about this.
Well, we're told, Dan, that when she considered the options and learned of the diagnosis, she said, "I guess it's my turn," referring, of course, to the fact that the President has had cancer surgery, both for the colon and, of course, the skin cancer that he's had a couple of times. We're told that her mood is good, that she's naturally a little bit concerned, but she understands and has already discussed with the doctors the kind of treatment that she is about to get. The White House says that she'll go in tonight, about 6:45 Eastern Time, spend the night at Bethesda, and then tomorrow morning she will have what the doctors are calling a local biopsy, needle localization of the biopsy, and then if there is any microscopic evidence of cancer, they will proceed with the removal of the left breast.
Bill, one of the things we like to do is deal with rumors. Now, one of the major wire services earlier today, after your original report, said that this was believed to be cancerous. It's my understanding they've rolled back. Now, let's get the fact squared away and emphasize it. You said if it turns out to be cancerous.
The President's spokesman, Marlin Fitzwater, after consulting with the doctors, told us just a few minutes ago that in this kind of situation, most indicators point to the probable presence of cancer. That's not medical language, of course, but that's about what it boils down to. I guess we can say that the likelihood is that this will turn out to be a cancerous lesion based on the mammography, the x-rays of the breast, and the doctor's evaluation of those. But by the same token, we're told that this is not a lump that can be felt. It was discovered when Mrs. Reagan underwent a routine annual examination of the breast by x-ray mammography 10 days ago. And she chose to wait 10 days until her schedule was clear to go in the hospital.
Bill Plant, Nancy Reagan going in the hospital for possible breast surgery. In Midland, Texas, the two-day drama of the toddler in the well continues. Let's get the latest on efforts to free little Jessica McClure. Bruce Hall is standing by live. Bruce?
Dan, there's great optimism here. It appears that they are about ready to bring 18-month-old Jessica out of the well. A few minutes ago, the rescuers reached her for the first time, and through a hole, they were able to reach in with their hands and massage her legs. She cried and moaned, and they now believe that they will be able to get her out in just a very short time. Everybody is standing by. We have more optimism now than we've had any time, because it has been a long, frustrating 50 hours, because it has been extremely difficult to get through this very hard rock, and it has stopped the drillers several times as they drill a shaft down beside the well and then poked a hole in right at the well about 12 inches below where Jessica is trapped. But now they believe the time is about here when they're able to get her out.
All right, Bill. That is very good news indeed, Bruce. Question, why haven't they already done so? If they have a hole and they've actually touched her, she's alive, why not get her out of there?
Well, that hole, I'm afraid, is only big enough to get their hands in. They've got to be able to have a hole of about 20 inches. I think now the hole is probably 8 to 9 inches. They've got to be able to make that a little bit bigger so they can bring her through and make certain they can grab her securely so she could not fall further down into the well, which would be a disaster at this point.
Bruce, we don't want to belabor this, and emphasizing again good news that little Jessica is alive. They've actually touched her, massaged her leg. But if they have a hole, a rescue hole, off to the side and getting through there that's 8 or 9 inches, the original hole she fell through was only 8 inches. Why can't they get her out through a hole that's perhaps as much as 9 inches in diameter?
Well, you have to remember, Dan, also that this is a case where she has been down there for a number of hours. She has had a tendency to move away from people because she was so scared of the jackhammers. And every time they would turn on those loud jackhammers, she would sort of cringe and move back and move away from them. and they want to be able to get a secure hold. They don't want to have any chance of her slipping and falling. They want to make certain everything is right because they only have one chance at this.
Bruce Hall on the scene in Midland, Texas, with good news indeed. Now, the third story we want to deal with in this special report. First photographs have arrived in from Kuwait of the aftermath of an attack on a U.S.-flagged tanker in Kuwaiti waters. Now, don't be confused. A tanker was hit in Kuwaiti waters, actually in port, by a silkworm missile believed fired by Iran yesterday. This is another attack. This tanker was heading for a fueling pier when it was hit by a missile. Again, believed to be an Iranian Chinese-manufactured silkworm missile. 18 persons were wounded in this latest attack. You can see how extensive the damage was on the Kuwaiti tanker. 18 people total wounded. That includes the American captain and an American radio man. This vessel, while a Kuwaiti ship, was one of those flagged with the U.S. flag, and it had an American captain, an American radio man, both of whom were injured, and some other Americans were on board. The missile crashed into the crew quarters of the vessel, starting a fire that was quickly put out. The missile strike, the second in 2 days, in the Kuwaiti harbor. Yesterday, an American-owned tanker flying the Liberian flag was hit, also apparently by one of these silkworm missiles. In Washington, President Reagan is said to be proceeding cautiously about this latest news from Kuwaiti waters. The president is said to be meeting with advisors to decide whether there is to be a response. If so, what kind, when, and how. Secretary of State George Shultz in Israel stressed that the ship was in Kuwaiti territorial waters and was not, I repeat, not under guard by U.S. warships, which do not enter Kuwait's waters. But Democratic Senator Sam Nunn of Georgia, chairman of the Armed Services Committee, said after a White House briefing this morning, and I quote, Iran should be on notice that if they use these missiles on American ships, they are exposing themselves to possible and even probable retaliation, quote, unquote, from Senator Sam Nunn. Now, keep in mind that yesterday, after the attack by a silkworm missile fired by Iran, presumably hit that Liberian-flagged tanker in the Kuwaiti harbor, that Secretary Shultz was playing down the whole incident. Today, after this second attack, there's a whole different mood and tone about what's being said out of Washington. So, to recap briefly, Nancy Reagan will be going into the hospital, possible surgery, for breast surgery. Jessica McClure, the little girl trapped down in that well in Midland, Texas, has been reached by rescuers. They've actually touched her, massaged her leg, heard her cry. They expect to have her out sometime this afternoon. And another attack, this time on a Kuwaiti tanker flying the U.S. flag, bad damage, a number of people wounded, including 2 Americans. President Reagan meeting about that in Washington with his advisors. Dan Rather with Bill Plant and Bruce Hall. We'll see you later.
This has been a CBS News Special Report.
Electronics for learning. There are so many, but none like Playskool's Talking Fun to Learn. The only ones with big talking numbers and letters. The only ones kids can really hold on to and look at and listen. They talk. Playskool Fun-To-Learns concentrate only on preschool basics, letters, and number shapes and colors. They make real preschool learning really fun. Playskool's Fun to Learn. More innovations in learning for the Playschool years.
I won't wear anything without Cross Your Heart, because Cross Your Heart has crisscross shaping, so I always look better, whatever I wear.
The Cross Your Heart bra.
Don't wear anything without Cross Your Heart.
From Playtex.
The fit that makes the fashion.
Pasta salad. Well, nothing new about that, till you add my favorite pitted prunes, Sunsweet. Their rounder, plumper shape makes them a great complement to any salad. And the Sunsweet taste? That's the best compliment of all.
Why put them on top? They're already in there. Strawberry in the middle. Get on strawberry squares. And strawberry in the middle. Get on strawberry squares. You never have to slice them on top, 'cause we wrap full wheat around the bigger across there. Strawberry in the middle. Get on strawberry squares. Why put them on the top when they're already in there? Strawberry in the middle. Get on strawberry squares.
The Young and the Restless will continue.
A confrontation becomes a struggle for control.
Why are you obsessed with Reva?
She means nothing to me.
Reva is an ill-bred, social climbing tramp.
You act as if there's something to be afraid of.
She's going to hurt you.
Reva Shea can't hurt me.
But for Alan Spaulding, there's more to come. Weekdays.
This is CBS.
Hello, we're the Stonehills. I'm Hillary, and this is my dear husband, Randolph. We'd like to personally extend to you an invitation to come to Marblehead Manor.
Hillary?
We have lots of lovely get-togethers at our home.
You people should be ashamed of yourselves. You have no table manners.
We simply adore it if you could all come and join us at Marblehead Manor.
Hillary, where are we going to put all these people?
The West Wing.
Watch for Marblehead Manor, Saturday night at 11:30 on Channel 4.
Oxydol has something for your whites no other detergent has. Green crystals with color-safe bleach. But guess who's got even more? 20% more of these green crystals with color-safe bleach. It's new bleach-boosted Oxydol. Regular detergent has no bleach. Oxydol does. And now it's got 20% more bleach, so you can get dazzling whites like this. Now, what does new Oxydol have no other detergent has? Guess!
Believe it or not, 2 banana nut, chocolate nut, pecan or buttermilk pancakes, plus 2 eggs with bacon or sausage at your International House of Pancakes. Believe it or not.
Find out what to do now to save money on your taxes in April, tonight at 10.
Introducing new Alka-Seltzer Plus Night Time Cold Medicine.
It helps me go to sleep, which is difficult when you can't breathe.
Helps clear my nose right up. It really did. New Alka-Seltzer Plus Nighttime Cold Medicine. A new nighttime formula without alcohol helps put your cold to sleep fast.
It helped clear my sinuses through here where the pressure builds up so I could breathe and sleep better. A clear head and a good night's sleep.
New Alka-Seltzer Plus Nighttime Cold Medicine helps put your cold to sleep fast.
Usually I get things right. I do, but not my perms. Almost right. Not quite right. Wrong. So now what? Precisely Right by Ogilvy. The perm you can't get wrong because it shuts itself off, so it won't over-perm or frizz. Look, beautiful body and soft, shiny curl. I finally got it right. Precisely Right by Ogilvy. You just can't get it wrong. Speaking of Ogilvy, they've got amazing things. Dull hair shiny, dry hair silky, straight hair curly, and limp hair lively. It's not what you've got. It's what you and Ogilvy do with it.
Brushing with a tartar control toothpaste is good, but it's not good enough, because the #1 dental problem isn't tartar, it's plaque. The solution is Plaques, the incredible pre-brushing rinse that removes 300% more plaque than brushing alone.
There's so much to do today.
At Playskool, we know babies love to keep busy at home or away, so we make a Playskool fold-and-go quilt
Hey, look what I found.
with 10 fun activities to keep your baby happy.
I'm exhausted.
This mirror reveals the whole truth. This woman just washed with soap. See the makeup and dirt soap leaves? I recommend Pond's Cold Cream to lift away what soap doesn't for cleaner, beautiful skin. No soap does what Pond's does beautifully.
Sometimes your skin gets so dry you can scratch the word dry right on your hand. And the drier your skin, the more you need Vaseline Intensive Care Lotion. It soothes and starts healing dry skin on contact. That's today's Vaseline Intensive Care.
Imagine golden grams and you and me. That crispy graham and honey taste was meant to be a part of your complete breakfast. And naturally, so happy together. Ooh, that golden honey and graham cracker taste of golden grams.
Have some more fun. Make s'mores with Golden Grahams, chocolate chips, and marshmallows. Make plenty, because everybody always wants some more. Look for this easy recipe on specially marked boxes.
Hey, Betty, what's new?
Well, it surprised me, knocked me out the golden. It surprised me, show me how you really do it. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker. Praise and amaze me. Lead me down the rocky road. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker. Take me over the rainbow. Just when I thought I'd seen it all. Look what you go and do. Betty Crocker, you sweet talker, you.
Headache, pressure, and congestion.
of Sinus Complex. You need to feel better, but not drowsy. You need Sinutab 2, no drowsiness formula. Sinutab 2, so you feel altogether better and awake.
You are about to witness a crime.
Oh, doggy wanna play?
The bump. The lift. The choplifter. He's desperate for those luscious tender chops that look like real meat chops with that savory, meaty middle surrounded by the crunch of bone. Don't let your dog become a choplifter. Buy a meaty tender chops in all tender style, too.
Do you believe in magic? New lemon fresh dash. It's a dash of lemon in a fresh new way. The magic lemon scent will take you away. A dash of lemon in your dash, lemon fresh, clean and bright. A dash of lemon in your wash, a lot of freshness in your life. It's a fresh, clean, brighter place, and you will say they put a dash of lemon in new lemon fresh dash.
Terrorized and blinded, Vincent fights for his life.
He's hurt, and he's alone.
Beauty and the Beast. And on Dallas, Pam Ewing has vanished.
Just hope I'm wrong about who's behind this.
Then,
What you're good at, Melissa, is getting people killed.
old enemies make unlikely partners on Falcon Crest. It's all tonight at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.